Hey, everybody. Hey, you know what? I think I have those. Are those your bifocal sunglasses?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, I think I just got a pair exactly like those.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
The bifocal ones when you're trying to drink, it gives you a headache. I
should have ran down and grabbed mine. Anyway, hi, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Whiskey at Work and another
strange side note to open. Go ahead.
Newish location that we have here. And I want to do them out here all the time. How are we going to make this work in January?
I don't know. Maybe we can get the city to shut down traffic for a half hour every.
Oh, do we have that power yet?
No.
Not especially not here. This is a really busy
Yeah, it's like the third busiest intersection in South Dakota.
I don't think we'd be able to shut it down.
Anyway, once a week for a half hour anyway.
Rob and my name is Mark, and we're drinking whiskey. Well, we're on the clock. This time we're outside on the balcony that surrounds our building. We're on the other half of our building.
Yeah, we're on the fancy bank half.
They're nice enough to let us come out here. I'm assuming we're going to owe them whiskey for this when we're done, though, aren't we?
Trust me, the banker's had enough beer out of our fridge.
Oh, you know what?
He's getting off lucky.
And the guy whose office is right here, Scott, he's just a beer drinker, isn't he?
Pretty much.
He's not much of a whiskey guy. Well,
it takes him very hard to sway too far from the king of beers, too.
Well, here we are today, because remember last week, all of you that caught that video, I'm sure you were eager to find out what happens in this installment, right?
I'm sure they just stewed about it all Labor Day weekend.
Did we leave it on a cliffhanger or something like that? I don't know. But what we were drinking last week...
I did not shoot J.R. Ewing.
This is white whiskey, moonshine, distillate. I don't know, is that... Am I close on any of those words?
With that.
Close to that?
It's unaged.
It's unaged, right. This is what your whiskey, when it comes out being distilled, aged one day, put into a bottle, that's what you get. We made some cocktails with this one last week, which I liked the cocktail. I got it a little too sweet.
Oh my God, yeah, I had diabetes over the weekend.
it was a little much because it had simple sugar and pineapple juice, lime
juice.
Yeah, so it was a little over the top. Wouldn't have been bad in the summertime if it
I had to go to the dentist.
But what happens with this is 4 years in a barrel, it becomes this. And that's what we're drinking right now. Both of these are from Bear Creek Distillery in Colorado.
What is the white whiskey? Is it's got to go in between 140 and 160 proof, but it's not there, right?
Well,
they brought it down for consuming purposes.
I would assume. They say that this is distilled from the bourbon mash, and this is their bourbon.
Right.
So this is the thing. But yeah, I would.
So they've cut that down.
Because what was it? 90?
90.
Is that what this is at least? And then this one, once it's finished, coming in at 90 as well.
So.
Which is okay. Wait a minute. Explain that to me.
Well, they had to cut the unaged stuff down, I'm sure, because I bet it came out of the still at 140
to 160,
160, or maybe even higher than that. So they cut it down to, otherwise it's essentially Everclear.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Okay. Well, that makes sense then. And then they put it into a new American oak barrel, charred. I don't remember. I was talking to the guy. I don't remember what char they said they used. I think it goes anywhere from 0 to a 4, isn't it, or something like that? Something similar, a 2 char, 3 char, burnt all the way through. I'm not sure how that all works. I took the tour at the Jack Daniel's distillery and wasn't paying attention. Felt just like high school all over again. Had no idea. I know I was supposed to be listening to this because
welcome to Mark and PE class.
I do a weekly. We do a weekly series, and I should know more about this, you'd think. Oh, it's interesting. Really quick. Okay, I want to share this just really quick.
We haven't talked about the barrels hardly at all.
No, we might have to do a barrel one. We could do that. We'll try
2+ years.
So there was a guy that was watching one of our videos that commented. We don't get a lot of comments on the videos, which is fine. But this guy,
strangely, it's lower than the views, but
this guy went into great depth about how we didn't explain what we were drinking and how he felt like he wasted 15 minutes of his life watching the video.
You're watching the wrong show, fella.
Boy, you totally are. Because
we're happy to have you, but for crying out loud, have you learned nothing?
From day one, we've told you we're not experts on any of this. That's never been our plan, is to be a whiskey snob that you see on the other 10,000 people that do this exact same thing. Our plan...
We just hope we're moderately funny on occasion.
God, we struggle with that.
We do a little. And we hope that the company continues to buy some of this booze.
I mean, you guys got to understand, that's the bottom line here. The company buys most of this. That's why we do it.
Even if you click view or hit the play button and walk away, we don't really care.
No, we don't. We don't care at all. Maybe just click the like button, even if you don't. I mean, what's in the long run, what's that going to hurt, right? We're not making money off of this. We're not getting rich. We're not getting anything, frankly. So go ahead and hit that. You'll be fine.
I don't know. The check's good every week.
Like I said, the company keeps buying it too. Not this one though. I shelled out the money for this.
First time for everything. There'll be a receipt on Mary Ann's desk. Can I get reimbursed for this?
All right, you're going back for more. So what are you telling me on this then?
I always go back. I went back for more on that.
And again, sir, who watched this and said we don't go into the tasting notes and whatever else, I don't know what the hell that means. Either I like it or I don't. That's the bottom line. This to me
essentially, we're just two guys that are saying that whether we like it or not, and maybe it'll influence you to try it or not. We're not endorsing any of this stuff.
None of it. Absolutely none
of it.
Well,
with rare occasion, we do. You know.
Have we?
Well,
have we ever endorsed one?
I'm telling you, man, the crooked furrow still sits there.
Oh, that crooked furrow. You guys still, you know, I mean, I know you invited us up to take a tour, and one day we'll get there, you know, but if maybe once a year you want to send a bottle down, we'll talk about you guys all day long. That's Artisan Distillery, Proof Artisan Distillery in Fargo. Check them out; they're great.
You went high hog on the screwball, and I even sent the screwball guy over to talk to you during the rally, and he didn't show up.
He never showed up. Well, you saw him in a bar. He was half schnockered anyway, wasn't he?
It was like 11 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I was in the bar, and so was he. But
yeah, where were you?
I mean, we were coherent. It was like my second beer of the day. I mean,
well, 11 a.m. during the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. If you are coherent,
that's not even breakfast beer at that point. I mean,
pretty impressed. This is barrel aged, 4 years. Comes from this, turns into this. 100% of the color of your whiskey comes from the barrel. About 50 to 60% of your taste, I think, will come from the barrel too.
That's what the experts say.
Right.
In case guy watching wanted to waste 15 more minutes of his time.
We wouldn't know what experts say most of the time.
Well, we can regurgitate it. We're just not it.
Right. But this is once the ice gets in here a little bit, it's pretty strong initially, but now I'm sitting out here in the sun on a nice day.
I mean,
I could sip this easy.
I thought it smelled super sweet before I tried it, and I'm with you, but I'm with this like this on all of them. The first initial bite when your palate's not ready, because you're on the feast and famine diet and you haven't had anything to eat all day.
You're still doing that, huh?
Oh, I'm back on it.
All right.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay.
But anyway, after the first sip, the second sip I think went down nice. I mean, obviously I took another hit, but.
I do. Again, this would be hard for me to drink neat. I would need some water or ice in it. Anything for me though above that 90 proof thing, I got to bring it down a little bit.
Yeah, you've always been that way, I think.
A little bit. It gets just a little too, and I don't know why. I want to like it. I want to like it like a man is supposed to drink this, right? Just
like
neat.
Mad Men whiskey neat.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. But then again, you know, drink it how you like it. That's the whole point of any of this stuff.
That's kind of what I've always thought until somebody tries to dump Coke in my $100 bottle of booze. That's where the fun and games stop.
And there's going to be hands thrown.
That happened on Friday.
Where?
At the
what?
office.
Somebody here did it?
Amy threatened to pour Coke in the blackened.
Oh my goodness.
Did not sit well.
Somebody has not been watching enough of our shows to know that that's just not acceptable.
You can dump it into your $15 bottle. I don't care, but
not in the $60 bottle.
Not in my. If you want to dump Coke in your $60 bottle, knock yourself out.
Anyway, this is pretty good. I mean, it's for a craft distillery. I think I think they're really on to something down here. I think they're making it the right way. I think like say 4 years. Usually now those crafts.
Usually they don't even make it that long.
Sure.
Yeah. So this is going a step further than a lot of the craft distillery stuff that we had.
Yep, exactly. I like it. It's good. This stuff definitely has to be a mixer, unless you're
drinking this one first. Then you might be able to go to that one.
All right, it's Bear Creek Distillery.
You kind of liked their story and everything while you were down there.
I did.
I haven't taken a tour. I haven't been down to Colorado in a while, but
I like everything that Colorado's doing down there. I like, Come on, that joke's been played out a little bit.
That could have got you arrested.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I do, but this is, this is what they're doing with whiskeys and vodkas and even aquavit. I mean, they're doing some cool stuff. Good job, Denver. I never really liked you much until, 8-9 years ago? Is that when that all opened up? Anyway, check them out next time you're in Denver, or any of the time you can find a cool craft distillery somewhere. Give it a shot.
And to the guy that watched it, in all seriousness,
he's not watching anymore. Anyway.
If you want to learn something on this one, we'll save it to the end. Beer Fest is back.
Oh yes,
Mountain West Beer Fest happening November 13th
Is that what it is?
At the Monument.
You got the date right?
Thursday, November 13th. Whatever.
It's a Thursday night? Beer Fest.
No, that can't be right.
No.
Saturday. What am I thinking? Thursday.
Saturday. Yeah.
Hopefully it's Saturday, November 13th.
Check our
check back later.
Places
for the guy that wasted his time, he'll probably have an update on the comments below. Down there.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
One guy.